Morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Internet over here seems to be doing much better. It's good. Because it was not doing so well, and there may be a small amount of buffering that goes on between now and the next few minutes. Hopefully, it will pick up. Richard, my man, is in the house with his wrench. Glad you are here, brother, and thank you for helping out. So this live stream will be the first moderated live stream ever, and I'm super happy for that because coconut water's life. No, because now I can focus more on your guys' comments and less on having the channel itself. So, real quickly, I titled this thing, Dano, what's up, buddy? Hey, Jacob. Good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. So I wanted to talk about LK Metro and Bliss Mansion a little bit, and of course I want to get your guys' comments. Also wanted to say real quickly, I had a comment this weekend about my live streams, and it was from a gentleman that I respect, and he was saying the same thing that has been said before. Why do you stop to tell everybody, hello? I don't, why do you stop and this and get off topic and that? Well, hi Michael. Chuck, what's up, brother? Glad you stopped by, man. Why do I do stuff like that? Because the video content on this channel is made for the purposes of building. I had this all laid out the way I was going to say it. The videos that I put out on this channel are for content purposes. The live chats that I do on this channel are for building a community, right? So I'm going and always acknowledge individuals, and because we're building this is like building a small family. It's like building a community of people, and that's what this live stream is all about. So I will continue to acknowledge your responses, and that's it. I really hope some of the way the live streams are conducted. I understand some of you don't, completely understandable, but for the most part, please understand that this is about community. All right, now let's see here. Alpha says, I'm in Phnom Penh Airport en route to Pattaya for Christmas. Hope you do well, bro. Appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by. Mark, good morning to you, sir. Sumo. More cowbell. I don't know about that. Zavani, hello from Arizona. I hadn't seen you in a while. Hey, John. How's life in San Diego out there? Mikey Bond Sr., good morning to you, sir. You see, I got it right this time. Chuck says it's good to be acknowledged sometimes. It is, man, and that's what these live streams are about. LK Metro. Let's talk about LK Metro. I stayed at a place called Bliss Mansion. It was so dark in the room, even with the lights on, that I could not shoot a proper hotel review of the room for you guys, which is kind of sad, a little bit, maybe. So what I thought I would do is give you my thoughts on it. It's like 10 feet away from the Champagne side. Hey Ray, how you doing, buddy? I will have to tell you that it is a location. It was a fairly cheap room. I think, it is high season right now. And I got 2 nights with tax for as a bed. The housekeeper looking for budget travel. That's a good. You're looking to impress whoever you decide to bring back to your room with you. Probably not so much. But everything works. Hot water worked good. Green Army, hello, sir. John P., right on, JC. The way you acknowledge us during the live streams makes us feel we are participants rather than spectators. And that's what I'm looking for, John. So I am very, very happy you feel that way, sir. I'm buffering a little bit. Hey, guys. Internet's just a little bit slower than what it normally is this time of morning. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I'm sorry, guys, if I'm buffering a little bit. Freezing sometimes and video quality is bad for me. Well, let's see what we can do about that. Perhaps that will help a little. I'm not sure. Not getting the usual speeds that I get for some reason this morning, which is a little bit sad, kinda. Everything is good, but your pink shirt is buffering. Just kidding. Thanks, man. So, guys, we're just going to have to deal with the buffering. I don't know of anything else I can do here on my end to speed it up. I really apologize. It's holding about, I'm getting about 22, 25 kilobytes a second trying to do this live stream. So, you know, it'll probably only be good for the people that are watching the actual live stream right now. And that's also why it's taking a while for your comments to come through. So, understand what I'm saying? Can you get the point of what I'm trying to say? But cut this off and do another one. Keep A and Bliss for a moment to comment. The thing about the location of Bliss Mansion is it's called Bliss Mansion obviously because, you know, there's not much mansioning to it. It's an older place, but it's in a great location. And LK Metro itself is in a wonderful, wonderful location in Pattaya. I have to say that if you want to be around pretty much everything, especially if you have transportation, LK Metro is the place to be for sure. Richard says Jeremy is making me a convert from Walking Street to LK, much cheaper. Girls seem nicer and more talkative. Yeah, we took the last time Richard was here, we went to LK for a little while, and I think he was a little impressed by just how much cheaper the area is in general, and I think he was also impressed with the just quality of the people in general. Let's see. LK Metro, Ray says LK Metro best area in Thailand. Happy go. Yeah, that's very true. Very true, Ray. Those are definitely places. And LK is a good spot because, like, if you stay at Our Rovers or something like that, or stay around the outside, it's just you're in the middle of everything. The Kangaroo says LK Metro is awesome. I've had some of my best nights there. Yes, sir. I've had some really good times in LK Metro. Are you experienced? Good morning, sir, from sunny Jamaica. You in Jamaica, man? That's awesome, dude. I'm glad you're in Jamaica. I apologize if this video is still buffering, guys. I'm really sorry. Shouldn't be. It should be doing pretty good right now. My speeds are up a little bit, so I hope it's doing pretty good. He says, "Yeah, man." I like that. Tell me about what's the best part of Jamaica, man. Jamaica's on my to-do list at some point. Good. Richard says no more buffering. You're good. Good. I'm glad to hear it because my speeds are definitely picking up on the internet. All right, guys. So now we can get on with it. Why is LK Metro a good place to stay? Because you got tons of bars, tons of go-go's if that's your thing. You got restaurants all around there. Michael says 7 Mile Beach. Not familiar with that, Michael. Explain. I'd love to hear about it. John said, oh, he's talking to somebody else. So, LK Metro is, if you stay in the 90-degree LK Metro soys, right, or you stay right outside of them, everything you need is in that location. You got a great restaurant down the road. It's called Smoking Joe's. Bronx Pizza is also down. So it's just across Soy Bocao on Soy Lanky, which is Soy Diana runs right across Soy Bocao into Soy Lanky. And then there's all kinds of stuff down there. Food, everything you could possibly want. Right across the street from the backside of LK Metro, there's a spaghetti place. I think if you ever saw one of the live streams with that Steve Montelli and I did, we did one from, I believe it was on his channel, we did one from the spaghetti place. Woo! They have all kinds of food, street food, anything you want. We'll get back into LK in just a second. Are you experienced? Says, for me, the most spiritual experience her is visiting Bob Marley's estate. His cousin walks you around and says, Bob wrote 3 little birds here. That's awesome, man. Cool. Let's see. Robert says, have you been to Northeast Thailand? I have, Robert, but only for a brief period of time. I was on a visa run. That's a good question, Richard. Maybe somebody will answer you there. Let's see. Are you experienced? But most people love the dunes, river falls, walk right up to the center of a waterfall. That's pretty cool. Ray says, check out OB, the place hotel. I will. I'll do that. Chris, good morning, my friend. How are you, sir? On your side of the world, how is everything over there? Because I know you are enjoying your vacation for sure. And thank you for tuning in, brother. Appreciate you being here for sure. Really ready for you to come back to home, let's say. I'm looking forward to meeting up with you again, man. It's been too long. By the way, got the bike this weekend, guys. Got the PCX 150 LED, and I will be doing a video on that. I'll probably shoot it tonight and upload it tomorrow, most likely. And I'll tell you where I got it. I had a great experience where I got it at. Let's see. Me Busy. Hello, peeps. What's up, Jay? Hey, man. I think you're the guy that asked about Puerto Rico, right? She has still not gotten back to me, and I'm going to give her like 2 more days, and then I'll message her again. Chris says, Chunky Monkey on Bocal is supposed to be good. I heard that. We need to have a ride. Yes, we do, Chris. Definitely need to have a ride. Definitely need to have a ride. Oh, by the way, well, I'll tell you the route I took offline, but I made it doorstep to doorstep, just so you know, Chris, in an hour and 31 minutes yesterday on the PCX. I was so excited because that's cutting an hour off the trip home. It's usually 2.5 hours, and it takes about 3 to 3.5 hours to get there, so love it. Let's see here. Can you post pics of on Facebook of the what, Richard? Pics of the bike. It's already on Facebook. I did. Yeah, okay, so Me Busy. Just be patient with me, man. I'm working. I promise I am. Congrats on the bike. Keep the shiny side up. That's for sure. Are you experienced? Says, see the new one, Love Ben and Jerry's Ice Cream. Okay. Alfredo, hello, my man. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. The Kangaroo says, I've heard they're going to take out one side of Walking Street. Have you heard any other news about this? Yes, I have. I've heard that it is a proposition right now, but that's all I've heard. I haven't heard anything 100% on that. I believe it's going to go to votes and everything like that. So I don't really have any further information. Somebody else on here may be able to help you more. Mikey says, saw the bike on Facebook, right? That's correct. That's the one. It's white and orange. And no, I didn't do it intentionally. That's just the only one they had. Chris says, that's good time from where you said you live. Don't think you could do it much faster in the car. I don't think so either, because I ran on the open road. I got it up fully loaded to about 112 kilometers an hour. I don't know what that is in miles per hour, but I was moving pretty fast. And I'm going to talk more about the power bands in this bike. It's got 2. I'll talk about it in the video, but I was really, really impressed with the bike, and I was really impressed because it's such a bigger bike than what I'm used to, than the Click 125, but it doesn't feel big. It handles like a small bike. I was so impressed with it, so impressed. Chuck says, nice bike, but I love mine. I hear you, bro. You got the big boy stuff, though, man. Great Army says, your bike looks awesome. It is, man. It is. It's awesome. I love it so much. It has just been like the biggest stress reliever ever. Me Busy says, speaking of bikes, are there bikes with a sidecar available to rent? I haven't seen any, but that's a really good question. Ray says, met a hostess at Billabong, stayed together for 12 days and had a great time. Wow. I hear you, Ray. Mickey Bond says that's about 60 miles per hour. That's good then. That's rolling for a 150, and to be such a big bike, it worked out really well. Oh, it's not a huge bike. It's a PCX. I mean, it's not like it's you know, like a an X Max or a T Max, you know. But it's bigger than what I'm used to, and I was very, very, very happy with it. Let's see. Let me get caught up on comments here, guys. Thanks, Green Army. I love it. I do. It's a couple years old, but it's nice. It's got the keyless. I put my key on my keychain, and it's got the proximity key, so you know theft is almost virtually impossible. Let's see here. Are you experiencing fine, sir? Oh, he's talking to Richard. Yes, good job, Richard. I didn't see that message, but make sure you don't time him out. Block him, Richard. Click back on those little three dots and click hide user from channel. Don't put him in timeout. I know who that is. Are you experienced as? Oh wait, John P. Do you get the impression that they are trying to make Pattaya more family friendly and less naughty like what they did in Las Vegas? I don't know. Sometimes yes and sometimes no. That's really weird, to be honest with you. Like, I don't understand what people are. I don't know, to be honest with you. The more time I spend there, the more I'll be able to answer that question for you for sure. Richard says, when the new laptop coming in, and will you have a funeral service for the current laptop? I will not be having a funeral service for the current laptop, but the new laptop should be here the 21st or the 22nd, which means I'll pick it up next weekend, hopefully. Are you experienced? Says, I want to ask a question, but it won't be PC. Hit me up on, good job, Richard. Hit me up on, are you experienced? Hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Me Business says, way to go, Mod. That's right. I'm glad to have Richard here so I can appreciate, so I can focus on you guys. I don't have to worry about all that other junk that goes on in the background. John says, appreciate the content. Keep them coming. John, thank you very much. And thank you for watching, man. I appreciate you watching. Chris says, then you have a 2017 as you don't have the digital dash. No, it's digital. It's digital, Chris. It doesn't have the gas shock on the back. That's the only thing it's that I think it's really missing. It has the fully digital dash. Yeah, everything's digital. I'm sitting here trying to think about it. Everything's digital. Oh, and by the way, I got from Pattaya to where I live on just over a quarter of a tank of gas too. I love this bike. John says, oh, he's talking at John P. Okay. Don't forget to make a riding video. So coming up in late December or late January, I'm going to be getting this thing called a DJI Pocket Osmo, and that is going to be my riding cam. It's just better than the GoPro, and it costs less. You guys can look it up online if you want and see some of the specs on it, and that is going to be my riding cam. So I will definitely be doing some riding videos for sure. But great idea, Green Army. Are you experienced? Says, welcome new subs to Jeremy's channel. We try to keep it PC around here, and don't drama, please, no drama. Thank you. Are you experienced? I love it when you guys come out and say that, man. It makes me feel so good because you know what we're here for. So I really appreciate it. Ray says, check out Bake and Brew Soy 23 off 3rd Road. There you go. I will do that. The Kangaroo says, I agree with you, John P. I've also heard eventually they will move most of the bars away from the beach and move them around LK Metro. That may be true. Me busy. Can't remember the fella's name I was chatting with about the school stuff, but does anybody know if the school stuff is available in multiple locations? BKK, Chiang Mai. You mean that for an educational visa? Yeah, they're available in lots of places if that's what you're asking. Educational visas are available in a lot of cities in Thailand. Richard says a lot of great reviews for that DJI Pocket on YouTube. Yeah, there definitely are. Have you been to Koh Samui? Not yet, John. That's one of those things that's probably going to have to wait till I get freed up to when I'm a, full-time content creator, which may be coming sooner rather than later. It's really up to you guys. It's depends on how many videos you share and how fast the channel grows. So I'm looking forward to it. It's coming. I just don't know when. Patience is not my best virtue, but it's something that I'm definitely looking forward to, or the end result I'm looking forward to as a result of the patience. Let's see here. Christian, did I say that right, Christian? About the seaside of Walking Street, they talked many rumors about that in Christmas of 2017 also. I don't know, I wasn't here, but I'll take your word for it, Christian. I've heard a whole bunch of things. JL, hey JL, good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping by. I'm glad you're here. I'm hearing Richard says I'm hearing the pocket is the way to go. I think so, because they make a waterproof housing for it. So, and they make a ton of accessories. This is DJI we're talking about. DJI does such good work on their products, guys, that they have released a firmware update to fix some of the beta stuff already, and it hasn't even been released yet. And it's $50 cheaper than the GoPro 7, $50 US. Let's see. D Easy, what's popping? Not much, man. Just hanging out. I think I just answered that. Are you experienced? It's $50 cheaper. So the GoPro is $400 and the DJI Pocket is $350. Kangaroo, Pattaya is full of rumors. Yes, it is. John says, heard mixed reviews of Koh Samui. Would love for you to check it out. I definitely will. At some point, I just don't know when. Deezy says, I'm coming to live over there in a couple of months. Congratulations, man, and have safe travels. Chris says, just check the picture. Your Speedo is analog. That's what I meant. Doesn't matter. Hang on. Doesn't matter. PCX with or without is still one of the best shooter time. Oh, my speedometer's analog. Is that right? Oh yeah. Okay, it is. You're right. I'm thinking fuel gauge and all that other stuff. All that stuff's digital, but the for some reason, I was thinking the speedometer was too, but I guess it's not. Oh well, like you said, it's still one of the best motorbikes to get around in, and I'm very pleased with it. Ray says also the live band at Hooters. I haven't seen a live band at Hooters, but that would be something interesting, I think. Richard says Walking Street talk is just talk. Every year at this time last year was talk of them taking out the bright signs. Our experience says those aren't horrible prices for a top-of-the-line camera. That's very true. Kaylin, any tips on Pattaya for Songkran? I got to Thailand last year during the middle of Songkran, and I didn't find it very fun. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I just didn't find it very fun. Richard says, Songkran only pack workout clothes that dry quickly. And that's true, because there are a lot of water guns going off all the time, guys. Like, all the time. I stepped out of the cab. I've told this story 100 times, but I stepped out of the cab at the B&B, at the Airbnb I was staying at, and got sprayed with a water gun. I was not happy. Alan, good morning, man. All is well here, and I hope you are doing well also. Mikey says, wet time. Yes, definitely. World's biggest water fight. That's very true. It's balloons and water guns and just all kinds of stuff, man. It's lots and lots of water. Lots of water. I'm not sure that I find a ton of quote-unquote fun in being sprayed with water guns, but these guys over here seem to really enjoy it, so more power to them, I guess. Me busy, another favor, when you take your bike in for some maintenance, check on the sidecar stuff, will you? Sure, I'll check. I've never heard of sidecar, but I'll check. I definitely will. John says, yeah, don't expect to walk through the streets and not get soaked. That is so true, my friend. That is so true. It's just, it's a constant barrage of water, is what it really is. And sidecars are pricey to build. Okay, so Chris knows a little something about that. Richard says downside to Songkran is most restaurants are closed during that time. That's also true. But if you're in a place like LK Metro and you're staying at a cheap place like Bliss Mansion, which is on the outside of LK Metro, as I was talking about earlier, you will have the food stands, like the vendors, the street vendors, they're probably not going to be all closed down, I wouldn't think. I remember seeing street food when I got here, and the good thing about the street food around LK Metro is I've never gotten sick eating the street food around that area. So Most of it is cooked right in front of you, and they have really, really, really good food in the LK metro area. John says, JC, you need to get a pair of leather riding gloves so your hands don't get messed up again. I've got to buy all that stuff, John. I've got to buy the protection gear and all that stuff. Me Busy says, thinking maybe one sitting in the back that nobody can sell. I hear you. Alan says, if anyone hits you up about your past in the Philippines, ignore them. Don't get sidetracked into bad memories, past or history. 100%, Alan. I'm not what that. All that stuff is first and foremost. All that's been debunked, right? It's been debunked. We debunked. And I say we. I mean the people that used to call me all those names. Now most of them I call friends, right? The ones that used to give me such a hard time about all that stuff, and now most of them are at least friendly to me, and I'm friendly with them, so I don't worry about that stuff, man. You're right, Pat. Only thing I care about is the present and how to set myself up for the future. That's it. But good advice, Alan, definitely. Chris says, water play technically starts by around 11 a.m., ends at sundown. I didn't know it ended at sundown. That's interesting. Richard says, Jeremy, you should lead tour groups through LK, complete with one of those tall leader flags. Well, I can't do that without I have a work permit, but you can't do that because being a tour guide is not allowed. Unfortunately, here for foreigners, that's on one of the do not do lists. But that would be funny to see me going around with a flag. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, there's a lot of Asian groups that come over here, like Koreans, Chinese, and they all walk around with a tour guide that has a big tall flag at the beginning of the tour. Our experience says you get sick during Songkran from being wet all day, and the bars put massive barrels of water outside for refills, and everyone dips their hands in. Ugh, ooh, that sounds bad. Ray's talking about chow mein. Alan says pay extra for quality bike safety equipment. Quality matters when it comes to your safety. I agree, Alan, 100%. Mikey, I just Googled that sidecar. Yes, you can get them in Thailand, and yes, they are different than US, Europe, or almost anywhere else. Well, that's cool, man. I didn't know that. So, appreciate the comment. Chris says not really interested in having a sidecar yet. Yeah, that kind of. So for me, the reason I do the motorbike thing so much, and the reason I like it so much, is because I can maneuver in and out of traffic. Right, I can get through traffic so much easier. Excuse me. If you have a car, getting stuck in traffic is not likely. It's guaranteed here in Thailand. John says bringing goggles to Songkran might be a good idea. That's true. Chris says got an ear infection during my first and only Songkran. I would imagine so, because like all the water's not clean and stuff, right? Like it's not. I mean, it could be dirty. I don't know. John, what are you talking about? Comment section's open, brother. You should be able to comment, man. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to comment. That's very, very weird. Richard, if you have, I don't think you have, but if you have moderated and or blocked a guy named John Montgomery, please unblock him, because he is definitely not a troll. Definitely not. I don't know why you can't comment, John. Sorry about that, buddy. Let's see. Ray says it's a street food stand on LK. Oh, okay. Are your experience? Don't tell me that is a pink shirt, and I hope that was coconut water. It is absolutely a pink shirt, and this is absolutely coconut water. Mikey, I'm not sure who you're talking to there, brother, about the process. Richard says, I thought those massive barrels outside the bars during Songkran were for drinking water. Well, that explains why I got sick. Brian says, damn, you and Cheap Charlie are both live. I didn't know Cheap Charlie was both live. He actually commented on one of my videos yesterday, and I was very happy to see him comment on one of the videos. Been watching his videos for a long time. I had no idea he was live right now. Let's see. Roy says, JC, the food grosses me out. Can you get a good steak in Thailand? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can get a great steak in Thailand. And most of it is going to be Australian imported stuff. And it's really good, man. Really good. Good stuff. Alan says a back brace is handy for long haul bike trips, especially on dirt roads. I would hear, yeah, definitely. But I'm not planning on taking any dirt roads. Mikey says, yeah, one of my comments was not posted. Comments on a video or comments on a live stream? Let me know, because if it's on a video, then I'll check it out. Are your experience says, awesome brother. Richard says, yeah, did not do anything with John. He should be good to comment. Maybe go out and come back in. Yep. I don't know. Okay. I didn't think you would, because he would never say anything bad about me or this channel. So, Chris says, you can get good steaks in Pattaya. You are right, Chris. For sure. Mikey is talking to me busy. Okay. The Kangaroo coming over in May next year and staying at the D'Vari Hotel on Jam Tien Beach. Have you stayed there or know anyone that has? Thoughts on the place? I do not think I have stayed there. I only stayed in one place in Jam Tien, and that was not it. If I get down that way, I'll be happy to go in and check it out for you. But if anybody in the live chat has heard of it or has been there before, that would be totally cool. See what time it is, just to make sure I'm not too far behind here. Chris says, and other meat for that matter. Ozzy, what's up, Ozzy? I'm really curious about how much Ibar or Insomnia nightclub in Pattaya charges for a bottle of vodka or Thai whiskey. Richard, answer that question. Anyone, he says. Green Army likes the pink shirt. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Beef Eaters is my favorite steak place. That was where we were talking about, Richard, going at some point. Steve-O told me that Beef Eaters was one of the best places to get a steak anywhere in Pattaya. So we'll definitely have to try that out when you come back. JL, Jeremy, I have been getting into filming short action videos. I've been using my phone. I like to upgrade soon. Should I get a DSLR or go with the GoPro under $1,000? Look at the DJI Osmo Pocket. That's what I'm going to tell you. Look at it first and foremost. That is a 3-axis gimbal camera, and it is very, very small, very easy to use, and that is what I would recommend for you taking a look at. If you have further questions, feel free to hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Are your experience says Soy Diana Dragon Steakhouse? Haven't. I think I've heard of that, but I haven't been. Joe Smuck, I'm not even gonna try the last name. What happens if you take a monkey off Monkey Island? Are the rules? I don't know, but I definitely wouldn't take one of those monkeys off. That's for sure. Chris says I recommended a kidney belt back brace at Jeremy. Definitely good if you're riding for over an hour. I have to check that out, Chris. I actually didn't have a lot of problem because I put what I could under the seat storage, and then my big, the backpack I carry, you've seen it, because the PCX is second, the second seater sets up so high, the back seat sets up so high, I was able to put almost the full load of the backpack on that seat and then tighten my straps right so it didn't move around. My back didn't hurt at all when I got home. I was very surprised because I have a bad back anyway. But I would definitely look into getting one of those braces for sure. If you say it helps, I'll take your word for it. Richard answered the monkey question. You will be arrested by the Thai Navy. So, no monkeys. Don't take monkeys home. Naughty Bananas, please see if you find Australian wag something beef rest. I will do that. I will definitely do that. The Kangaroo says that would be great if you could. I'll try, man. I'll do my best. Ozzy says 2,700 baht. Really? I'm not sure what you mean by that. JL says, thanks, no problem, man. Mark Hood, if an American marries a Filipino, does he still need to get a throwaway ticket Can a U.S. citizen? That is a great question. I do not know the answer to it, Mark. My thoughts on throwaway tickets are this. I get one just to make sure. That's my personal thing. Ozzy, okay, he's talking our experience. Richard says insomnia as cheap as 1,500 baht for bottle service, but you need the VIP card. Costs like $5 for the card, I think. That's not too bad. Green Armor says thanks, Richard. They have Wagyu, I assume is how you pronounce that. Chris says in Pattaya. Mikey says, well, my Thai sweetie just woke up, so talk to you later. Okay, Mikey, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it very, very much. Ozzy says a lot. Chris says, other than Beefeater, there's also Patrick's and Steak and Company. There you go. And I would listen to Chris, guys. He's been in Pattaya a while. I mean, he travels there a lot, so he has not led me wrong, and he or Richard, either one, has not led me astray, not given me any bad advice, and done nothing but be extremely helpful when I, in fact, have been in Pattaya. So I appreciate these guys and what they do. John says, does Thailand require a throwaway ticket? Not sure if they asked for mine last time, but I know Philippines does. I came in with a throwaway ticket. If you're going to be here on a visa exemption or tourist visa, it is my understanding that you have to have a throwaway ticket. That's my understanding. I'm not saying that's a fact, but I do know for a fact if you come in on a visa exemption, you have to have a throwaway ticket. Definitely on that one. Not sure about everything else. You can go to thaivisa.com and it will tell you everything you need to know. But I would have one just to be on the safe side. Alan says, Wagyu is an Australian version of Japanese Kobe beef. Very expensive, but worth it. That sounds delicious. Mark Hood says, can one have dual citizenship? You can have a dual citizenship by birth, but I'm not sure about like becoming a full-fledged citizen in the Philippines. I think the best you can do is become like a resident, I think it's like a 13 Alpha or something like that visa, and that will give you like residency status there, kind of like having a green card in America. I believe that's about the best you can do, I think. Don't hold me to that. Again, check the website. Check the Bureau BI of Philippines website. Richard says, Chris, you are responsible for taking Jeremy and myself to all steakhouses in Pattaya. Love it. Scuba Tom, hey Scuba, or hey Tom, I should say. Should I get a visa before I go if I plan to be more than 30 days? Yes, that is the best way to do it. Unless you are coming from like America or Western country and you know you're not going to stay more than 60 days, then you could just come in on a visa exemption. And if you're going to stay 45 days, then you just get your exemption extended once and you're fine. Ray says, what is a throwaway ticket? So what a throwaway ticket is a ticket because the airline that brings you into the country is responsible for getting you out of the country, okay? So if you come in on some type of visa or exemption, and like a tourist visa, let's just say you come in on a visa exemption, and that's worth 30 days. Before that 30 days is up, you have to have a ticket showing that you have a way out of the country, like a return flight, a round-trip ticket. I used a bus ticket. I'm not sure if that's acceptable everywhere, but that's what I did. I used a bus ticket, and that way, if something happens and you get here and you get broke or you spend all your money or something like that, the Thai government's not going to be responsible for you because they know that you have a way to leave the country. That's the purpose of the throwaway ticket. I hope I explained that well. Naughty Bananas, the problem with some countries don't recognize dual citizenship, U.S. being one of them. I'm not an expert on dual citizenship, bro. I'm not even going to touch that question because I'm just not sure. Let's see, John, isn't it 90 days the limit? So, are you talking about a tourist visa? Chris could probably tell you more about that than I could. I think he gets a different kind of tourist visa. I'm not sure. For me, I'm aware of the 60-day tourist visas, and then you get a 30-day extension for a total of 90 days. But on a visa exemption, if you come in on an exemption, you get 30 days, and then you can extend it for another 30 days. That's it. Then you have to get some kind of visa. Kevin says, love what you do, Jay. I'm getting close to be there for a month in January 8th from Little River, South Carolina. Not far from my hometown. Good to see you, Kevin. Thanks for the comment, man. Cheapest ticket bus to, I think I got a bus to Siem Reap out of Bangkok, I believe. It was like $18. Let's see. Ray Shaw says, thanks, no problem. Tommy! Hey, Tommy. The Terminal 21 Hotel was nice, extremely good views, great breakfast, electric toilets, but truly not worth the money unless you are wealthy. I can imagine. I saw all your stuff on Facebook, man. It looked incredible. Richard, does a 40-baht motorbike ticket qualify as a throwaway ticket? I don't think so. John P. says, Nick from NDTVI recently posted a vid about getting food poisoning from a Mexican restaurant in Pattaya, so watch out. I don't think he named the restaurant. It's always a possibility, man. Hey, John, what's up, buddy? Richard's got a question for you, Tommy. Ozzy says, put some likes up on the channel, guys. It's for YouTube algorithm. Yeah, feel free to hit the like button if you want. No problem. Me busy, bought it when you got there. No, you have to have a throwaway ticket before you leave. All right, here's Chris is going to answer some of this stuff. Yes, maximum of 90 days, including extensions on any tourist visa. Then you must leave the country. There you go. Craig says, hey, from Alabama. Hey, Craig, from Alabama. John says, Chris, thank you, Tommy, Richard. They didn't ask. David Hopper, first steps to obtain a retirement visa. Ooh. Go to thaivisa.com and see what your requirements are. That's the first step. They'll tell you everything you need to know, and then you can call whoever you need to know as well. Tom says, should I book a month in Pattaya through Airbnb or hotel? That all depends on what you want to do, where you want to stay, and what your budget is, my friend. Richard says, retirement visa, first step is to be 50 years or older. That's very true. Roy says, after 90 days, how long do you have to be out of the country before you can return? In many cases, you can make a border run on the first visa and come right back in many cases. But I have a podcast on this channel that I got advice from a legal professional in Bangkok. And if you want to listen to it, it goes into detail about it. It's not very long. It's called How Long Can I Stay in Thailand on a Tourist Visa? And it's a podcast, so it's all voice. Craig, thank you so much for your contribution, brother. Appreciate that very, very, very much. Always appreciate the contributions from you guys, and I genuinely appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you. Sent one of these last lives. See you soon. I love Thai woman ate Thai food. You sound a lot like me, brother. But thank you so much for that contribution. Really, really appreciate it. Me Busy says there's someone else in here from Indy. Not sure. Neil. Hey, Neil. Reduce the risk of food poisoning and traveler's diarrhea by taking meds before your trip. It's called Ducrol, I think. I'll be doing that in a couple of weeks. Not a bad idea. Thanks again, Craig. I really appreciate that. David says 65 soon, hope to be 66. Yep, you definitely qualify, sir. Are you experienced? The VIP card is for both and also includes Lucifer, I think. You guys are talking about Walker Street stuff. Okay. John Kelvin says, hate Thai food, crazy. I just can't. The spiciness of it, I just can't. My body won't do it. I just can't do it. Christian says the Agbiant Bar and Restaurant in Jamtien, Soy 5, also have great beef, about 900 to 1,000 baht. That's cool, man. Now that I have a bike and my own, a good bike that I'm not worried about breaking down and everything's 100% legal on it, I can drive it around back and forth to Jamtien, not a problem. It's like a 10-minute ride for me. Richard says Sizzlers has great steaks. Not. Yeah, I ate at Sizzlers before, and I didn't really enjoy too much there. Uh, let's see. James says having pho at local Vietnam restaurant. Good morning. Good morning to you, James, and thank you for your comment yesterday. Appreciate that on the video. Me busy yuck hate Sizzlers. Oh, Sizzlers is pretty good. Greg, 5 again. You are the man. He says, where should I stay this time? Have not been there in 20 years. Do you want to stay near Walking Street? Do you want to stay near LK Metro? Between Richard and I'm sure we can get, or between Richard, myself, and Chris, I'm sure we can get you a good recommendation, sir. If you want to stay in LK Metro, you better book now because most of the stuff is taken up. If you want a higher class room, you can look at like Metro, the Metro apartments there. They have a really nice superior room. iRovers is a good location also. The golf club has a nice room. They just don't have many rooms. There's a few more in that area too. Craig, if you want to hit me up on Facebook Messenger, I'll be glad to go into detail with you about that. But thank you again for the contribution. Much appreciated. Alan says, in your opinion, is the Thai Immigration Department VIP card actually worth it? Are you talking about the Elite Visa? Because I'm not sure what a VIP card is, Alan. I haven't heard that term before. Green Army says, I'm back. I almost burnt my pizza. Sorry, man. Not trying to keep you like that. Chris says, Sizzler isn't bad. The steaks aren't great. That's true. I normally have chicken and the salad bar. Salad bar is good, in my opinion. I actually ate Sizzlers last night when I got home, and I had a salad bar too, and I love the quail eggs that they put on the salad bar, and I think it's pretty good myself, Chris. But I have not eaten a steak from there, so I don't know. Me Busy says they're like Ponderosa. Not sure what that means. Tommy. Richard, you would even eat the buffet breakfast at 21 Hotel. James says, I got your back, no worries, man. That guy was an idiot. Yeah, for sure. I was just having a little fun. I appreciate it, James. I thank you very much for having my back, bro. Really appreciate it. Naughty Bananas, motorbikes with a sidecar is a thing in Thailand. Apparently it is. Richard says the sweet spot for Walking Street is Soi 14 and walking for hotels. Very true, very true. Let's see here. We got LK Metropole. Yep, that's another one that's more expensive though. But I did a hotel review on this channel at that hotel. You can check that out as well, Craig. Souljacker says Arica Lodge near LK and Two Pools. Haven't heard of that one. Craig, thanks again, brother, man. You on a roll. You are just like pumping it, keeping it alive here. Thanks, brother. Talk on Facebook. Was there last time in the U.S. Navy. Oh, wow. It's been a while then. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for your contributions today. And please, by all means, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I'll be happy to talk to you. Mark says, did you go to Vietnam? Not yet. Me busy. I wouldn't think the sidecars would be considered sexy, but wouldn't need one, I hear you. Scuba Tom, I need a place for 30 days. Also, not sure where to stay. 1,400 or 1,500 USD a month is okay. Yeah, you'll have to do some budget staying, Tom, and you're welcome to hit me up too, man, on Facebook or something like that for sure. Hang on, I gotta go down here. Scuba Tom has just contributed $10, and man, I certainly appreciate that so much. Thank you, really. Thank you guys. You guys just rock. You just rock. That's all there is to it. Keeping the equipment and the channel going is you guys are just killing it, man. I appreciate it so much. I really do, really do. All right, so Tom says I need a place for 30 days. Also, not sure where to stay. 1,400 or 1,500 US dollars a month is okay. My question to you, Tom, is that 1,400 or 1,500 US dollars just on accommodations, or is that your entire budget for the month? You answer that, then I'll be able to help you with where you want to stay. Brian says best cheaper hotel or apartment on Soi Lanky. Oh wow. You're going to find guest houses, I think, mostly on Soi Lanky. Right off the top of my head, I can't think of one. But if you go and look, search guest houses on Soy Lanky, you will probably find um, many that are reasonably priced. I guess I need to get down there and do more research on that. AC Pro, 44 years, make 3,100 USD, military retirement. Can I live there? Okay, absolutely, absolutely. It just depends on what your lifestyle, what kind of lifestyle you're looking to live, but absolutely, you shouldn't have a problem. Our experience says I'm staying at Arica. You can do a hotel review in my room if you want? I absolutely will. Thank you. John agrees that it's good. Craig says at Scuba Time, me too, bro. My budget also. Yeah, you guys definitely need to talk to me offline because that budget is I need to. Okay, so wait, hang on. New Busy says, wow, your fans really rock, Jay. Great bunch of guys. You guys are awesome. That's why I do the community thing on these live streams, because you guys just rock and you want information, and I try my best to give it to you. Okay, so Scuba Time says, just hotel. 1,500 or 14 to 1,500 US dollars per month is going to get you a pretty nice. For example, let me give you an idea. You can stay at a place called the Queen Victoria on Soy 6, okay, for 1 month for 15,000 baht. What's the conversion on 15,000 baht? Somebody? Anybody? I don't have my converter right in front of me. So it's $30 per thousand, and that, I believe that would be your budget. I would think, and you would be on Soy 6, for example. So anyway, yeah, you can do a condo for that. Richard says super chats rock. At Scuba Time, let's split it, bro, and get a freaking first class. I hear you. That's actually not a bad idea, Craig. Richard and I were thinking of doing the same thing, but excuse me, we couldn't find a 2-bedroom place anywhere. John says, do the hotels offer deals if you stay there a long time, 30 days or so, different from online prices? Sometimes. Richard would be better in answering that question for me. He needs to rent a condo for $1,500 a month. Yeah, you can rent a condo for $1,500 a month, no problem. You can get it depends on where you want to, what exact location you want to stay in and what exactly you want to do while you're there. The more information you give me, the better I'll be able to help you on that. Due to high season, hotel rooms are hard to get. I'll be staying on the beach for a couple of nights. Do you want to do a hotel review? Of course. Okay, Richard says 15,000 baht is about $500. So, and Tom says I need a girl. So there you go, Tom. For 15,000 baht, there's a place on Soy 6 that you can stay for $500 for the whole month, right? You can also pick many other places that are much nicer. But Queen Victoria is a nice place. It has a big, fancy restaurant at the bottom with some really, really, really good food. I've eaten there before. Professional staff, really high-class place. So that's just to give you an idea. Neil says, I'll be staying at Queen Vic next month, but for a few days. Keep in mind the rooms are smoking. Not great for non-smokers like me, but I'll stay for a few days and move on. That is very interesting, and thank you for sharing, Neil. I did not know that there were smoking rooms. Andy says, anyone looking for a great room, try Shanghai Guest House on Soy Lanky. Hey, I've heard about that. I heard that was a good spot, Andy. Thank you. It's above a go-go, but you have your own entrance. Rooms are superb. There you go, Tom. I hope you're reading that comment, man. That may help you. AC Pro 1, am subscriber. Thanks for all vids and feedback. Thank you for subscribing, sir. I really hope you get content. I really hope you find a lot of value in the content in this channel. That's what we try to offer here. Tom says, I will have a cool girl with me part of the time. She does like a party. Well, then we'll try to look for you a place with a pool and all that good stuff. There are some monthly rentals at these condos that you go to that you see online that are like, that have 6-month leases and all this stuff. But if you go in there and you say, I'm going to be in Pattaya for a month or whatever, wherever you're going to stay for a month, if you go in there and tell them that, they'll give you a deal for a month, and you'll be very happy with the deal you get, I'm sure. Thank you, AC. Craig says, at scuba time, I'm waiting. Good, also saying, get a big place, no worries. I hear you. Kangaroo says, the Resident Garden Pattaya offers double room apartment deals, good prices for what you get. I didn't know that. Thank you, Kangaroo. Appreciate that. John says, high class place on Soy 6. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. Keeping it real, living on Soy 6 is a whole different level. Yeah, it is. It definitely would be. But hey, you'd be right, right in the middle of a different kind of action, right? Naughty Banana says, how safe is it to use credit cards? Wondering if you get the actual exchange rate. You're not going to get the actual exchange rate, but you can use credit cards for sure. Tom, you are welcome from me and from everybody else. I'm sure they will say you are welcome also. And thank you again so much for contribution. Very much appreciated. And Craig, same to you. Keep it real. Queen Vic is a nice guest house and food. There you go, guys. A little vindication on what I was talking about. Green Army says, I dream about staying at the Hilton. That would be a dream, because you got the Verizon rooftop restaurant and bar. I've got videos on that on this channel you can check out. Actually, Chris Ty and myself went there for my birthday. It was very, very nice. I did a live stream and I did a vlog as well. Richard says, NB-CCs, you get charged an extra 5% and you do not get a good exchange rate. Well, there you go. David says, how does the temperature and humidity in southeastern U.S. compare to Pattaya? About the same. I would say it's about the same, depending on the time of year, about the same. Alan says, do you currently have an English teaching contract at the moment? Yes, I do. Woo! Craig's done hit it with 10 more, and man, you are just killing it, dude. Killing it. I genuinely appreciate it, man. I genuinely appreciate it, like, so much. Dude, 420 still cool. Just saying, I want and a buzz, good food straight up. Well, as far as the 420 part, I have to use it like that because YouTube's algorithm will catch it if I don't. That's illegal in Thailand. So I'm just letting you know straight up, it's 100% illegal. As for the pee stuff, that's never a problem in Pattaya. You won't have a problem there. The buzz, no issues there either. There are plenty of places you can go drink. And good food in Pattaya is not hard to come by. Not hard to come by at all. And I like the fact that you worded that just about as good as you could. Richard says, careful, Craig. And he knows, because we want to make sure that, but you did it right, man. You did it right. It's okay. It's all right. Thanks for, I really appreciate you being as politically correct as you possibly could with that comment. So thank you. And thanks again for the contribution, man. You are just absolutely killing it, bro. Killing it. And always, just so you guys know, all Super Chat, AdSense, sponsored content through PayPal, all that stuff goes directly into either equipment for this channel or this channel's growth, which means traveling, travel expenses, hotel rooms, equipment, the whole 9 yards. So I really genuinely appreciate it. That goes for anybody and everybody who's ever contributed anything to this channel, not just monetarily, but just anything at all. Whether I've met you in Pattaya and you've taken me somewhere, or you comment on my channel, I greatly appreciate it. Paul says, hi Jeremy, so when I'm next out in Pattaya, how do I meet you guys to socialize? Send me a message and let me know when you're coming. That's it. Souljacker, there you go. Craig, Souljacker's got you an answer right there. Paul says, I usually do 21 days in the Philippines and 7 in Pattaya, then back home to England. Wow, that's a trip for sure. Alan, is your current teaching job full-time or part-time? Full-time, 40 hours a week. Naughty Bananas, how do you get the best exchange rate? Go to TT Exchange. Sorry, guys, I got some flies buzzing around my head here. Go to use TT Exchange Services. That's my personal opinion. Based on what I know, there are other ways to do it. Keep It Real says daily V monthly prices on guest houses don't vary much, but all bills included approximately 500 baht per day. Condo, you need to pay power, water, cleaner on top of monthly rate. There you go. Richard says Banana's best exchange rate is cash. That's also true. Mitch says Cocoa Beach, Florida, showing up late. That's all right, Mitch. Thank you, bro. Glad you tuned in for sure. Humble says I'm young and thinking of moving out to nature. Is Philippines a good spot? Yeah, if you want nature, Philippines is great for that. Craig's hit it again, man. Cool. Thanks all of you for your info. We got to party. Yes, sir. We definitely will, Craig. Thank you so much for everything that you did today for the channel. Man, that's just amazing. Just amazing. I absolutely, really, genuinely appreciated Craig. Thank you so much. And I really look forward to you coming in. And I hope we are able to hang out in Pattaya. That would be really awesome. So thank you, sir, very, very much. Thank you. Neil says I second TT, used them last time I was there, and best exchange rates at the time. Alan says teaching and vlogging, no rest for the wicked. Keep up the good work. Yep, I work 7 days a week, man. I really do. I talk to people about this all the time. They don't understand. You know, when I get off work, I go home and I'm either editing or shooting or something, or booking hotel rooms, or that. I work 7 days a week. I don't really take a day off, but it's so worth it. It's going to be worth it when all I have to do to be able to survive financially is to create content full time for you guys. That's what I'm looking to do. Let's see. Alan says, oh no, I already read that. Tommy. Craig, look at jail videos in Pattaya before considering, before doing the. I think he'll take our advice. Souljacker says Charles Schwab ATM for a great rate and no ATM fees. That is very true, Souljacker. Thank you for that comment. JL says Jeremy, I missed your live chat with Steve Montelli. Will they come back in the future? Absolutely. I talked to Steve the other day, and when he gets back on this side of the world, I am certain that we will get together and do something. Humble says, thank you for your videos. Were very helpful. You are very welcome, and I am glad that you found value in them for sure. Craig says, thanks at everybody. All good, just curious. You asked some great questions, man, and we really appreciate it. We've been going for an hour. I'm going to shut it down, guys. I want to tell you, Craig and I can't remember the other person that I just had this conversation with somebody yesterday that I was going to write it down. Richard, who was the other person that contributed? I know it was Craig, and there was somebody else that contributed as well. But whoever you were, I would like to say thank you so much. Good day, Tommy. See you, Ozzy. Me busy. Very welcome, sir. Alan says, how many subs does it take to make a full-time living from YouTube income? It ain't the subs, it's the views, man. Need roughly about, I would say, 800,000 to 1 million a month views, roughly. Subs come with the views, right? Our experience says, thanks, Jerry. You rock, bro. Appreciate that very much, man. Scuba Time, yes, Scuba Time. Thank you, Scuba Time, for your contributions as well. Very, very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. So Scuba Time and Richard, Scuba Time and Craig, thank you so much for your monetary contributions, as they will definitely go a long way. Paul, see you, man. Guys, have a wonderful week. We'll do another live stream like this at some point in the near future, and hopefully Richard will be able to moderate again, because I have had zero problems with him moderating. Richard, you did a fantastic job, my friend, and I just want to thank everybody. Craig, you have poured it on, man. I don't know what else to say to you other than thank you, man. He says, Merry Christmas, bro. See you soon. That's freaking awesome, dude. Way to end the live stream, man. That's amazing. That's amazing. I really look forward to meeting you, man. I really, really do. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much you've done for the channel today. And I just really, truly, genuinely appreciate it, Craig. Thank you so much. Scuba Time, you as well. Thank you as well, man. You guys rock. Yeah, take care, guys. Green Army, you have a good day as well. And Richard, again, thank you for all your help, man. If you guys have any other questions, leave them in the comment section of this video. And I will be seeing you guys on the next live stream and or the next video, which should be coming up pretty soon. Everyone take care. Love you guys, mean it, and cannot wait for the next video and or live stream. See you in a few days, guys. Later.